What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on UFS University. This is a buddy cast tonight.
This is a buddy cast.
My name's Tam. I'm joined by
James.
And what Study Hall is on UFS University is we take a bunch of your guys' UFS topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So, before we jump into who we are, if you like the content, go to patreon.com/TCGUniversity. Subscribe at a couple bucks, and you'll get You get the content early, James, as well as some exclusive content. It's pretty rad.
That is exactly what happens.
So, James, it's just me and you. The
It
chill
is.
cast. We're hanging out, living life.
It definitely is.
How's your week in UFS?
I finally finished building my deck for the Chicago PTC coming up this weekend as of the recording.
Now, you finished this deck on like Tuesday, right? Or
I built it on Thursday. We finalized it as the deck I'm going to be taking on, I think, Sunday or Monday.
Okay. So it has not been too terribly long.
No.
Do you want to let the good people on Patreon know what you're playing for this weekend?
I am playing Kevin, Mr. K-Dog Broberg.
K-Dog Broberg. James, why are you taking Kevin Broberg to the biggest PTC of the year?
Because
so
I
far
suck at this game.
Well, why would you possibly take Kevin? Like, why are you doing this to yourself?
So I was just didn't want to play Akuma. I didn't want to do the Akuma diversity battle, and then
Because Akuma's your favorite Street Fighter character.
Akuma is my favorite Street Fighter character,
And he's the best character in the format.
That is the
Asterix.
most unfortunate thing for me ever.
Yeah.
I hate playing good characters.
We know. You're playing Kevin Broberg.
Yeah, I know. So I was just
Shout outs to Kevin Broberg.
shout out to Kevin Broberg. So I was just digging around through characters, just building, and then I came up with the Kevin list strictly out of I wanted to play Fatality with him. Fatality,
Okay.
if this doesn't deal, get a momentum.
That's really funny.
Stick to. But there's nothing good to go with it, so I kind of just went, what can I actually do with this?
You know we have
And-
extra fatalities now, right?
Yeah, I know that was why I wanted to build it.
So like, we have extra fatalities. Did you test fatality?
No.
And you're just like, nah, it's chill.
Yeah, I was just like,
All right, so tell me how this
it didn't get the deck where it needed to do stuff.
Tell me how this Kevin Broberg deck works. Give me the breakdown. After the PTC, we're gonna do profiles of both our decks on all of our decks.
I'm good. That's my entire plan for the weekend. So it likes to stun down the cards that stop me from doing what I want to do.
Okay.
By blocking and whatnot, doing Kevin Broberg things. But it also sends things at you that make you want to block, like Ice Ball.
Okay.
So if you don't block it, I'm going to seal and commit your character.
Yeah, that card is really annoying, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only 3 damage, but like if you don't block it, I'm going to seal and commit your character. And like that's the reason we build decks, right? Because we all want to play Kevin Broberg.
The deck that yep. Because we all want to play Kevin Broberg.
Because we all
Every
want to
single
play
person.
Kevin Broberg.
I've never met a person who doesn't want to play Kevin Broberg, the character card. I know I had a Kevin listed together at one point. We ripped that thing apart. The deck I decided to take is Jeddah 2 Dot. Jeddah has not made a very big appearance in the PTC circuit.
Not.
And I think my deck is good enough because I've already had like 3 people say they don't want to play with me anymore. So
Well, I don't like to play with you in general.
yeah, well, there's that.
We have the UFS dorms and no one plays UFS here.
Yep, absolutely. Just make content and edit. There's a lot of editing that happens in these walls. So yeah, I want to go ahead and jump into topic 1, which is we just had a PTC. Where is this PTC at? Is in something park.
It is
Cameron Park.
Cameron Park.
That's almost me. I'm almost Cameron Park.
You are almost Cameron Park.
If this was me, I'd be Cameron Park. And I want to. Yeah, go ahead.
If you became a Sith, you'd be Cameron Dark.
Yeah, absolutely. So your top 8 is as follows. In first place, we got Akuma. We've got second place, Elena. Third, Ed9. Reptile, Huitzel, Gil, Cassie Cage, Goro. So what are your first impressions? And we're going to go through everybody's deck list as we go and talk about like some interesting choices of everybody.
Huitzel topped an event.
Huitzel topped an event.
Huitzel topped an event.
I want to say it was an Earth build. I have it right here, I think. Yep. Earth with Aether Leg is like the big condition.
Being able to create long strings.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll discard this card and ready my. No, that's not how it works. It's discard momentum, right?
Yeah,
Discard momentum build too.
And like his
You
stuff
always have
technically
momentum.
deals. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes everything a threat.
It's like you build 2 and then like Oh, you blocked? I'll pick up the Aether Lake again. Play it again. Build 2 more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a bunch of interesting decks.
You know
here.
what he should have been playing in this deck? Off-symboled. Pulse Flare. Blow up those foundations you create.
Hell yeah, that'd have been hype. That'd
Like,
have been really cool.
It doesn't go with any of the chain, but like, man, is it funny.
At the end.
It does half.
1, 2, 3, 4. We have all 4 good sets represented here.
Yes.
We've got Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers. We have Mortal Kombat. We have Bebop. And
it's because
Platinum.
Whittle we have Platinum, yeah.
Yeah, we have all 4 of the new design era sets represented here. And man, this is pretty diverse. We had
really is, yeah.
2 diversity, I believe, with Gil and Goro.
Don't know.
We're gonna jump back 1 and just hope that this works and not wreck everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had 2 diversity with Gil and Goro.
This would be the one you want to check, right?
We're checking. Tyler's gonna have to cut all this out.
Nah, keep it in.
Oh.
That's standings after round 1.
Perfect. So we get to see who's there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I like this list. What's the one thing that surprises you the most about the
top 8?
About top 8?
Elena. Elena and Whitzel.
Elena and
I have
Whitzel.
no faith in Elena. I don't.
None.
Absolutely zero.
Elena got 2nd place. You got no faith?
Yeah, I want to remind you, there's another character that got 2nd place.
Yeah.
And no one has faith in that character.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like,
I think the biggest surprise here is that half of this top 8 is 5 or less handers. We have 2 5s, 2 4s. Half.
Yeah, but like
half of this.
Gil is.
There's not a single 7-hander here.
There's not. 7-handers are dying again.
Well, so here's the thing, is like, I just think, I mean, you know how I feel about attacks like Missile Launcher, Coffee Samba.
Yeah.
You can't play a 7-hander. You find those bad matchups and you just die. You just lose. And so people are not taking that risk of, I mean, you fight a 7-hander versus Reptile, and Reptile's probably just going to rip them to shreds if they're able to discard 2 cards. You get to block 1 time, and all my things get +3 damage.
That's why you just play Eva.
Sure. Yep.
That's why I play Eva in the 7-hander format.
Yep.
In any format. Man, I want to build an Eva deck so much.
Well, every time that I've seen you build an Eva deck, you give up because you're a quitter.
That is not true at all.
It's pretty true. Do you have an Eva deck together right now?
No, I took it apart.
Interesting.
Because
like a quitter.
Because somebody kept telling me it's bad.
Well, probably because it is. So let's jump in, and we're gonna start with 8th place. This is Colby Cram playing a Fire Goro deck. What jumps out to you right away?
Jealousy and Fake's really cool. Manning Punchwalk.
He's maining Lonely. He's got Lonely at a 4 of. He's got Lonely at a 4 of, my dude.
Why?
Does he destroy from?
I think honestly it's just to burn them. Like you just pick it up, and after your opponent plays an ability that commits one or more of your foundations. And so like,
we're not even really in a stun format.
Well, Coffee Samba exists.
Coffee Samba exists.
Any little baby thing, and you just respond with all of these.
Mm-hmm.
And it's after they play an ability.
It also burns them for 1 for playing stop.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
It says foundation.
But like, if you try to commit anything that he does, I'll just burn you. I don't care. I mean, whatever. Oh, it's making my +4 with Goro hit even harder. I think the biggest thing that I'm seeing out of this is we've got 2 Jealousy and Fake. We've got the Punch and Judy package. We've got Dark Chirito and no Graven Castle runes.
Well, like he doesn't need it as much.
It's not even in his sideboard.
Well, he gets to pick up. Other characters don't get to pick up the Dark Chirito. Like
we
realize how good it is on defense.
Yeah.
But like
that card stops like a 4th of every UFS card that's ever been printed.
Yeah, that card does so much. That card says you don't get to play cards.
These guys got a lot of
That card in French says you don't get to play cards.
Greatest Combatant. What is happening here?
Go back to Greatest Combatant.
-1 damage for each. -1 damage for each one if they have a face down card in their card pool. Is he this afraid of Coffee Samba?
Akuma.
Fair. That is fair. That's super fair.
This says free damage.
This is Akuma tech right here. That's what that is. Feral is very, very cool. Draw an extra card at the end of your turn. Last is Shinrai, gives -10. Like, I think this is a really, really cool list.
It is a very cool list.
4 Shokan prints. I think this is a really cool list. I think
Yeah,
it's,
because the matchup versus Akuma wasn't going to be hard enough already.
Yeah. No surprises out of 4 of. Like, this is so interesting. Like, police connections. He's just super afraid
No
of.
Surprises burns a lot of the Akuma evil stuff.
Really?
Because a lot of them just say check. Like, there are some that say cards, but like some of the cool no, do they all? Does I think debt says doesn't say card, it just says next check.
Did it be paid? It definitely says card.
Does it?
Mhm.
Man. I don't know then.
Yeah. I think honestly it's just to get more cards in his discard pile.
That's also very good.
Yeah,
And it's
he mills 1 for them to mill 1. It's spam. It's a 6, which like he's running from hell. He's running grab. He's running punch walk.
He's
running
playing
both.
Shokin Prince.
Yeah. So like having those 6s matter. I wonder how many times we got the punch walk off. I think this looks like a really cool Akuma, really cool Goro deck. You got me thinking about Akuma. Anything that you would change? What's to be one thing that you would change?
Man, I'm not a huge fan of playing punch walk in the main.
You want it to be side?
Yeah, it's super matchup dependent sometimes.
Okay. I just put Graven Castle in this deck. I think Graven Castle is incredibly important. You pick up Graven Castle and then you go off. I am going to give a shout out, the biggest shout out, the one of Test Your Might in the sideboard. Let's go. I think Test Your Might Goro, it would be absolutely gnarly if people would just commit to that. I mean, draw 3 cards because your missile launcher is massive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like if you have a singular momentum, you made your 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Or like any +1s.
Yeah. We're going to move on to our 7th place deck. This is Derek Johnson. Shoutouts for playing Cassie Cage under all. So we have a local player, Barrett Bryant. Shoutouts, new Legendary sponsor player, who played Cassie Cage under all the way to being our reigning U.S. national champion. Let's talk about this deck. 2 Nutcracker, 4 Power Flip. Already I see that like he's not quite playing the most optimal attack lineup.
Or he couldn't afford $60 Nutcrackers.
You know, there's that. But I have to take this at face value.
Way over expensive.
Yeah. Is there anything crazy about his attack, his foundation lineup? 4 Season Guide, 4 Season Morals. I think the biggest thing is like Alpha Male. She already is Alpha Male. I don't think we need another one.
That one's just like Alpha Male just directly put something. I like Alpha Male just specifically because it says, well, I need this piece right now.
I think 3/4 no block matters a lot in this deck. I think you got to survive a bunch of shit. I really dig serving the Outworld. In case like you get self-destructed or something like that. I mean, honestly, like check a 6 to get a bad. You get stuck with a couple attacks on top. You're just like, I'll check a 6. It's a 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know what my next check is, so I'm fine.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but besides that, this deck looks fairly chill. Demon Realm Awakening is an absolute beating.
Yes,
I love this card in this deck.
At Deadlock, the card just says add itself plus X damage.
Yeah. I dig this a lot. I'm not positive. Like he's got 1 egotistical in the sideboard. When would you ever slide this in?
Those void decks in the top 4.
Ooh, I've got some bad news about whoever wrote this deck list. We currently have 3 serving the Outworlds in the sideboard and 3 serving the Outworlds in the main board.
I'm guessing serving the Outworlds in the side.
Yeah.
Because that would be 40, 18, 62 instead of 65.
Man.
That's what
Interesting.
I'm guessing, because these numbers are correct, and this number would still be correct without it, so I'm guessing it's just double added.
Either that or it's just a wrong card.
Yeah.
I think this looks like your standard Cassie Cage deck.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything crazy inherent going on. Maybe maining High Seas Adventure. Fallen Master doesn't do anything.
That card has some sick art, though.
Fallen Master?
No, it's High Seas.
High Seas? Not this one.
Not that one. It will this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for that.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to 6th place. Daniel Mosley playing Gil under Order. Let's talk about this Gil deck. So we have a local player, Tyler Clark, who's one of the other founders of UFSU, who is going to be playing Gil at this upcoming PTC this weekend. And he's playing under life. And he's got a lot of these same choices. I really dig this a lot.
I was looking at like all end, life, and order, and there are a lot of the same choices across the scale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like each one has similar choices.
I think this needs to be in our sideboard for his deck. I think we're gonna throw that in his sideboard.
I don't know.
Just all assemble that bitch.
We'll have to find some. I think
Stop.
we're playing almost all of them.
Maybe. We'll figure it out. But yeah, let's talk about his attack. He's got 19 attacks. Sun God Choke, Templar's Justice, which is absolutely gnarly in this deck. You never get to attack. You never get to block anything.
Yeah.
And so this thing getting 4 extra speed and 2/2, that's really good.
These are so like
Overhead Heel Crush is nuts.
It's a 10-10.
10-10. You didn't block it. Power Stone is really good.
It's 6/4 plus.
6/4 plus for committing a foundation. Yeah, I'm down.
Same thing with
Usted Beam.
You said it's a 7/3 plus.
Leg Crunch. Leg Crunch is like the only thing that I can see that I'm not in love with, but it is the singular momentum out for his whole deck.
Yeah. And it doubles up in speed. It's like it speeds itself and speeds.
This deck is nuts because Sun God Choke affects Templar's Justice.
Yes.
Sun God Choke, for all of you who do not know, is for sure Gil's best attack.
It's a 10 high for 3.
That
moves automatically.
It's basically fatality.
Yeah.
That does 3 damage, plus more if you can get anything else. When we talk about his foundations, he's got a bunch of 1-ofs and 2-ofs. Like, the only 4s in his deck are Baby, which is Prophetic Fulfillment, and Fei, which those are just obvious choices for this deck.
Just
is there
anything
gnarly that you're seeing that's like out of place in this deck?
Like,
is there anything he's missing?
Under order?
Is there anything that like what's the coolest thing you see about the deck?
Well, the coolest thing is Templar's Justice and Overhead Heel Crush.
Yeah, totally.
I think he's missing Static.
Static buildup?
Yeah.
You think Static buildup's good in this deck?
It's free speed.
It is free speed.
Everything becomes unblockable, and if they do block one thing, everything you're already getting speed to gets +1 damage for free.
I guess that's like the Dimitri 1-dot card, the 2/5 no block that we have in the life version. That's like, hey, everything's getting 1 damage.
I replaced that with
for sure.
That's what I replaced in the all build I built for the test.
Okay. I think the biggest thing that
free stats are free.
The biggest thing I'm seeing here is he does not have a 6-diff baby. The powerful 4.
I think that card's nuts.
That card's actually insane.
That card says
and
pluses.
he does not have. I guess he's got Leg Crunch in here. The 2 of that's got a 1 low block. But yeah, the other big thing that I'm seeing is Outworld Marketplace. Once per turn, discard a card, draw a card, respond discard momentum. After an attack is played, it loses all keyword abilities and gains throw playable by either player. So he doesn't necessarily care if you give his attacks throw. They're just going to momentum.
It's not that. They lose all their keywords.
No, he says printed, or else this
Does
would
he
be
say
very
printed?
cool. Yeah.
Aww.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yep. Don't worry, I was ahead of you, and I was like, but then it doesn't work. Yeah, there's a Order's got a lot of really cool stuff going on. Oh my goodness, you took it Patriot Stance in Order? That's nuts. Mortal Resurrection at a 1-of, Living Pendulum at a 1-of, Last Viscount at a 1-of from Mother Russia. Like, Order's just got like some really, really sick 1-ofs. They're very, very cool.
Yes, I know.
This guy's really, really afraid of debuilding. He's got Aegis and Wise in here at a 3-of main board, 1 in sideboard.
I mean, I have a lot of.
He's got double Pursuing of Vendetta in the sideboard and double Pursuing Vendetta in the main board.
Yeah, I have a lot of.
This kid's afraid of Jeddah. That's what this kid's afraid of.
I have it in my deck too. It's because Order doesn't have a lot of good spams.
Yeah. And so, like, just not being debuilt
and good high blocks. Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're trying to put in spams that do something, stopping somebody from debuilding you is very good.
Yeah, I agree. Good job, Dan. We're gonna move on to our 5th place. The MVP of the day, Quetzal, played by Nicholas Reagan. This deck looks sick. This deck looks like your classic Quetzal deck. It's just quadding up on as many things as possible. Yeah. 4 surveyors, 4 the forbidden techniques, 4 improved design, 4 overload dramatic, 4 elimination mode, 4 movie star, 4 immortal knowledge, 4 range of the deal, and then 4 of all of the attacks: missile launcher, aether leg, flashy shadow kick, power stone, nutcracker. This deck's a fucking beating, dude.
What does aether leg do?
Aether leg says discard momentum at the top 2 cards of your deck. You're staging your face down.
It does. He doesn't do anything with his face downs. Like
So
they just sit there.
The biggest thing about his face downs is that they turn him not into a forehander, which is the issue that he has. He doesn't have to waste his time building.
I get it, but like there's no out for them.
Yeah, I guess like you're right. Playing the 1X pulse flare would be hype as shit.
I'm just saying like having an out to it.
Yeah.
Like something that uses them, something that destroys them. Like nothing here destroys.
What under Earth destroys face downs?
It doesn't have to destroy face downs, just destroy.
Okay.
So like he's not playing not Movie Star, but Warriors Descendant.
He's not playing Warriors Descendant?
No.
That seems like a so the thing about Warriors Descendant in this deck when we have a bunch of face downs is
they don't do anything.
They don't do anything. So like why would you play Warriors
But I'm
Descendant?
saying Warriors Descendant is a cool card with him in general because it gives you more damage.
Yeah.
That's an easy out to get rid of things. You got destroy.
I like the fact that this guy put Whittle on the map.
Oh yeah.
I like the fact that
he's playing stronger than all. That card's so
card's very
good.
That card's super good. I think the fact that printed damage -1. Man, we can plan about Missile Launcher. We have this card. We're fine.
That card's been in the format since base.
Yep. Who gets +2 damage? Anyways,
it was. I told you guys to cite it if you could. Remember when we went to Worlds?
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys to cite it.
Yep.
For the Bebop meta,
Mm-hmm.
Calorophobia does 1 damage.
Yep.
And no one did.
No one. Hold on. Could I play those symbols?
No.
Yeah, Nick's over here doing God's work with a 5th place Whittle 2 deck. Nobody expected
I want
this.
you to know he's playing a machine. They don't believe in gods.
Okay, I guess you got me there. But like, do you think this deck could have used something like Coffee Summit or draw more cards? Do you think this deck could use it?
I
think so?
The deck could have used it too.
I think Coffee Samba, Missile Launcher, Whittle is a very real deck, and we get it under Earth. Yo, Flashy Shadow Kick's sick too.
He was just building a lot.
Yeah, he's just
and then he gets them back, so he can just keeping his attack turn.
Yeah,
like he builds one, builds more than planned, gets it back the next turn, play 2, gets 1 back.
Yeah,
it was just get minor pluses. The deck.
Yeah, I absolutely and totally dig this deck. I think it's very, very good.
Elimination mode is great.
Yeah, elimination mode's sick.